And good day, fight fans. Welcome to another edition of the American Boxing League. I'm Kevin Elias representing Fordyce Boxing, and today we have coming to you live, it's the ABL Welterweight Championship in our season 2025 league coming to a climax here to end the year. And the welterweight division is going to be the rematch. AARON Pryor, the Hawk, coming to you from none other than the Broad Street Brawlers Boxing Club. AARON Pryor is 5-0. He'll be taking on none other than Thomas the Hitman Hearns, and with a record of 4-1, coming to you from the Ohio Ringers. Let's look at the numbers. AARON Pryor coming in again 5-0. He has a defense rating of +3. Thomas Hearns also coming in with a defense rating of +3. The ratings of both boxers pretty similar. Pryor has a 136, Thomas Hearns a 106. That means AARON Pryor will receive a 3-point advantage for rounds 1 through 6 and a 2-point advantage for rounds 7 through 12 for this championship bout. That is indeed 12 rounds for the ABL Welterweight Championship, and there will be 3 judges taking effect into this bout. It'll be Judge Blue. We know him in Fordyce Boxing. He goes with the CompuBox numbers, that meaning the dice rolls. Judge White he'll determine the bout fair and down the middle, as he will base it based on the 10-point mud system to the winner, and base usually on the CompuBox numbers. Judge Brown is one that likes to look at the overall quality of work of both fighters. He'll look at the CompuBox numbers and what he sees fit. As we know in Fordyce Boxing, if the match total is within 5 for the round, we're going to roll for Judge Brown to see if he's going to keep it for the favorite, who he thinks won the round based on the others, or if he's going to side with the other fighter. Of course, AARON Pryor will get the advantage, so he will have the first rolls as we get ready for this title bout. But I thought before we do, let's go first to the first match between these two combatants. It went 8 rounds. Of course, as you know, 8 rounds were the limit in the ABL. They fought 8 3-minute rounds with 1 judge. And then this was the matchup during the course of the season at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. The final touch numbers were AARON Pryor had a 131 to Thomas Hearns 99. And of course, as we know, AARON Pryor had a big 4-point advantage for 5 of the rounds and 3 points for rounds 6 through 8. So will we see that again? I don't know, but I can tell you this much. One of the things that was pointed out in this match that they say could be different since the first time around is Thomas Hearns hurt his wrist in round 3 of that bout just a couple of months ago, and that caused him to lose 2 points. 2 points per round the rest of the way. And that, as you can see, was significant because his numbers were way off. And there's a couple of rounds that he could have indeed switched it and turned the tail of that bout. So Thomas Hearns, there'll be no excuses this time. This is for the welterweight championship, and we will see what happens, what goes. 12 rounds for the ABL welterweight championship starts now. We're going to go to the rollers. As we know, we're looking at 3 of a kind to get to the events, which here are the events charts. We have the knockdown, the stamina, the TKO, and the main chart itself. All right? And also, we're looking at double-doubles or sequence could possibly get you to that point in the match where we have an event. Double-doubles, of course, as you know me, 2 sets of doubles. Or if it's a sequence, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, something in that nature. Okay, we've gone over the rules. You know the game of Fordyce Boxing. It's time for the event. Here comes AARON Pryor. Remember, a 3-point advantage. Stamina rating in effect. Pryor with a 126, Hearns with a 99. That could come into play late in this bout, being that it's 12 rounds. And here we go. Here's the first one. The roll. And it's automatically double-doubles. Double-doubles to kick things off. That could be an event. So we will re-roll 2. Okay, we'll take the top two. And if it's 2 to 6, 11, or 12, it is a special outcome. Otherwise, it's just the dice roll, which in this case is going to be a nice 22. And it is a sequence, so we will have an event here. We're going to roll here. Now, the blue die will determine what it is. So Aaron Pryor right out of the gate, getting things started. Here we go. It's a 4. It's a knockdown. It's a knockdown. So right now, we know that Aaron Pryor's put Hearns down, and we resume this fight here of the ABL Welterweight Championship. Sorry, due to some technical difficulties, the video stopped in the middle of the live presentation, so now we're going to give you a replay as best we can. So here we are, first round. Aaron Pryor did hit the event, ends up knocking down Thomas Hearns. It's good for a 9 count. So a big round for Aaron Pryor. He did not get the follow-up knockdown or take KO check, which will come in the next round. So Pryor scores 28 for the round, 25 for the round, plus the 3-point advantage. Thomas Hearns comes back, has a strong round, so they're going toe-to-toe, folks, in round number 1. And Pryor got the best of him, and Thomas Hearns, with that glass jaw, if you will, could not handle it, and therefore gets knocked out for a 9 count. So Pryor will take the first round as we take a look right now by the judges' scoring. 25 goes towards the stamina against Hearns, 21 against Pryor. So a good first round. Of course, here's how the judges scored. Judge Blue will score the bout, 28-21. Judge White, 10-8 to 10-8 round. And Judge Brown scores it a 10-8 round as well. So that's a little combobulation on the scores. We go to round 2. Aaron Pryor has the advantage. He ends up winning the round, as you can see, by a count of 18-17. But Hearns fights back, does not get declared a TKO at the start of the round. He fights on, and again, both combatants going at it. Pryor wins the round. Pryor wins it because of the advantage, the 3-point advantage that he earned through the fight. So through 2 rounds, Aaron Pryor leads as they head to round number 3. Again, a solid round for Aaron Pryor. He scores 18 once again. Hearns lays off a little bit, scoring 13, not enough to win the round. As you can see by the judges scoring through 3, it's all been Aaron Pryor to this point. 10-9. 10-9, and then 18-13. Let's go. And by the way, the first round, the knockout, was a 10-8 round for both combatants. Let's go to round number 4. An interesting round again. If you recall in the first fight, that is when Thomas Hearns hurt his wrist and lost 2 points for the remainder of the fight. Deja vu here to round 4. Thomas Hearns again gets hurt, suffers the injury. This time, his knee buckles. He loses a point for the rest of the bout. But Aaron Pryor, though, gets caught by the referees for holding and hitting. It's a foul, a major foul. 3 points taken off for the round. Aaron Pryor still able to win the round, 16-13. But if you look right here, folks, Judge Brown wasn't seeing to it as he gave Thomas Hearns the round despite his knee buckling. He wasn't going to put up with it, wasn't going to put up for the holding and the hitting of Aaron Pryor, and he did not give Pryor the rounds with his shenanigans. So Thomas Hearns, at least on one judge's score, earned the round. We go to round 5, again scheduled for 12 for the ABL Welterweight Championship. What happens here? A strong round for both combatants. Despite Thomas Hearns losing a point, he still does enough to end up with a tie. It's 16 with Pryor, so they tie. So when the judges scoring, as you can see, it's a clean cut, even round. All 3 judges had it even. So to this point of the fight, the first 2 judges have Pryor in the lead, 4 rounds, I should say, with 1 draw, and then the Judge Brown has it 3 rounds for Pryor, 1 for Hearns, 1 even as we head to round 6, the midway point in the fight. This is where disaster began to set. Again, what happened? Aaron Pryor hooks him and gets Thomas Hearns with a bloody or possibly broken nose. An automatic opportunity, a TKO check, and the referee halts the bout in the 6th round. The knee injury and the bloody nose combined was too much for Thomas Hearns to endure from Aaron Pryor, and Aaron Pryor wins the American Boxing League Welterweight Championship with a 6th round TKO over Thomas the Hitman Hearns. Pryor's record now improves to 6-0 in the career phase, and Thomas Hearns drops to 4-2. Both losses coming by way of Aaron Pryor, the first in a unanimous decision, and then in the championship fight, he gets stopped in round number 6. You have been watching the American Boxing League, the best of the Welterweight Championship, and the new champion. Congratulations to Aaron Pryor. This has been Kevin Elias and Scorecard Games as we bring to you Fordyce Boxing. Have a good day, everyone.